Hola, friends and family. Just tapping back in, man. Quick update. We got back from travel, vacation, hopped right back into the saddle. Went to the appointment yesterday with my surgeon. Talked about a lot of different things. I'm just confirming what the date is going to be. Surgery is going to be in August. Like I said, I'll update everybody and give everybody a date when it approaches. Gets a little closer to that time. But walked over the diagnosis, walked through everything that they found, confirmed a lot of different things, talked to us about what it's going to look like afterward. Um, Pretty much gave me a hierarchy of needs, right? So the first thing they want to do, first and foremost, is treat the cancer, right? I don't even feel comfortable saying the C word like that, but they want to treat it by removing the prostate completely, right? They explained the surgery. I found out some new information. I thought it was going to be 5 holes in my abdomen. It's going to be 6. 3 on the right, 2 on the left, and 1 directly through my navel. So that was a little eye-opening. I was like, oh man. So I had plans for the 5, right? I was like, yeah, I'm going to get tatted up, try to cover them joints. Now it's 6. So not sure what I'm going to do with that information now, but it was good to know, because I wake up with 6 holes and I'm thinking I'm going to have 5, So thanks, Doc, for that update. Secondly, said they want to, treat it, remove it completely. That's number 1, priority number 1. Number 2 is the incontinence, because I got concerns about the incontinence, not being able to hold my urine and pee on myself, so to speak. Said I have a catheter for a little less than 2 weeks. So, and it'll be an overnight stay. So I'll be in the hospital for at least a day after the surgery. Not looking forward to that. Thirdly, the third thing that was really, really concerning to me is my intimacy life after this procedure, right? He's like, yo, that's pretty low in the totem pole. But now they have to look to see whether or not they can safely remove the prostate without damaging the surrounding nerve tissue. But now I got to do another MRI to see if the cancer had, grown inside my prostate so much that it could possibly impact the surrounding nerves. And if it does impact the surrounding nerves, then it's going to impact my ability to function in an intimate capacity. But he's like, hey man, we got pills, hey man, we got shots for that. Pride myself on never needing any of those things, but it's the ego shot, man. I mean, it nobody wants to sit around and think about being in a position when you still feel like you're young and virile. I know I'm 50, but I still feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. Young, pretty, still hit hard, best shape of my life. You know how boxers do, right? But to hear that was eye-opening, man. I got sad for a minute, but I'm a fighter. That's why I made the boxing analogy, man. I'm going in the ring, protect yourself at all times, expect the best possible outcome. The best offense is a great defense, and I'm going to defend myself like hell against any of those things that could potentially be side effects for what's a life-saving procedure. He also went to start talking about having to revisit maybe in 5 or 10 years. I mean, it says the 50-50 chance I could be revisiting this thing in 5 years. And in 10 years, it's a roughly 1/3, 33% chance that I could be revisiting additional surgeries in 10 years. Prayerfully not. Prayerfully they go in, get it done, one and done, remove it, sew me back up, stitch me back together, gingerbread man me, so to speak, and let me go on this rock that we call the planet and continue to inspire folks and get checked, man. Bottom line, get yourself checked. Brothers, don't wait. Don't think just because you don't have any symptoms that it can't impact you, because it can. And looking at percentages, it probably will. You're looking at somebody who had no indication that anything was going on, and I'm still grateful and very thankful for that angel in the form of my primary doctor, who just said, hey man, you're approaching 50. We're going to add the PSA to your blood work. I can't stress and emphasize it enough. Get the PSA, man. Doesn't cost you anything. It's not going to take any additional time away from whatever it is you have to do. It's not going to add any more time to the blood work when you go to the lab and get your blood work done, or if they do the blood work in office. All it is just another additional test that they're going to add to the battery of tests that you're already getting. Don't do yourself a disservice and not get this test, because what it can cost you if you don't get it is time, number one. Two, worry, anxiety, stress. Three, your life. Don't gamble with your life, man. Don't gamble with your life. So when I received all of this information, the doctor said he wants to be absolutely clear that the spread, because he did mention the A word also. He said they found some of the biopsy tissue that was aggressive, right? That's that Gleason number. That's that 4+3, not the 3+4. The 4+3 is getting aggressive. And they said that radiation for a guy my age wouldn't have done it anything, because from the biopsy tissue they sampled, it was so spread out and in everywhere in my prostate. So the radiation would have treated little isolated pockets, but the entire prostate has been compromised. So why run the risk of treating that and then damaging tissue around it with radiation when you can just remove it, right? So we're going with the removal, the robotic removal. But now I got to do an MRI. I hate those machines, man. I found out I'm severely claustrophobic, and I hate that MRI machine. So, but he wants to be certain, because the PSMA that I got just kind of lights up to show whether or not what they're looking for had metastasized, whether those abnormal cells had gone to other places, and they didn't. But now they want to do the MRI to look closely at the prostate and the surrounding tissue to see if there's a possibility that it could have gotten to the surface of my prostate, so to speak, and started impacting the nerves that attach to the prostate and attach to the bladder and attach to the urethra and all of that other good stuff. Prayerfully, it hasn't. And they can do nerve saving, and they can save the nerves around the prostate. Pray for your boy, man, because that got me sitting there like, yo,